Welcome to 𝗏𝗏𝐻 TV, a division of 𝗏𝗏𝐻 Media and Broadcasting. "95% of our lives are run and created by our subconscious mind programming. Imagine if your subconscious mind is running many negative, disempowering, and self-sabotaging programs. How will that 95% of your life turn out to be? Would you like help to change your subconscious programming into something that works for you and set it to attract and create everything you desire? Join Tamra Oviatt in her show Metaprogramming and the Human Biocomputer here on 𝗏𝗏𝐻, where she will connect to the source energy and change your subconscious programming by deleting your negative belief systems. Tamra is the founder of Sacred Activations, a subconscious metaprogramming modality that rewires your brain and shifts hundreds of your belief systems so you can break away from lack, pain, and suffering and take control of what you want to create in your life. Tamra has helped hundreds of thousands of people worldwide, and she is here to help you too. It's not about fighting what you don't want. It's about creating what you do want. And the only way to do that is to change and upgrade your subconscious programming. Let Tamra help you create magic in your world. Tune in every week at Metaprogramming and the Human Biocomputer.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Metaprogramming in the Human Biocomputer. I'm so excited today. I have a guest host, Amanda Erickson, lives in Australia. She is a Sacred Activations teacher, and she's also a naturopath and all kinds of amazing things to help you change your life. I get testimonials from her all the time with what's going on with her clients, what's going on with her. And it's just mass change. This lady is absolutely incredible. So make sure you stick around. At the end of this, towards the end of this call, she'll be running activations after she shares her story and helps you get through a lot of different stuff. So make sure you stay tuned. I'm just going to do a quick commercial. We have a manifestation class coming up. It's by donation. It's sliding scale. Pay what you want. It starts at $3. So pay $3 to get into this call. This call is going to be all about manifestation. It's not going to be clearing all your belief systems about it. It's going to be really focusing on manifestation and how you do that. We're going to be giving you the magic tree. The magic tree is magic. I put 4 things on the magic tree. They all 4 came true. I've got other magic trees now posted with more stuff on it. And it's really powerful. The source energy gave me this painting, which I thought was really, really weird. And then a couple of weeks after I painted it, they told me to call it the magic tree and to use it. So I printed out copies and I've got it up on my board, and it's really amazing. So I'm really excited to see you guys there. Amanda Erickson, go for it, my dear. Have an absolute blast. You've got all the support here of all these beautiful people. And I'm so excited for all of us to have you on as a super guest host. Thank you so much, sweetheart.
Thank you, Tamra. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for everyone joining me today. You may have heard from Tamra that I'm in Australia, so it's 2 a.m. here on Wednesday, and Wednesday's looking pretty good for you all. So today's show is called I Don't Trust Myself and I Don't Trust My Body. This call is going to get you back into alignment with your body so you can manifest the life you truly desire. So what happens when we don't trust our body? Whether our body doesn't work for us very well or doesn't look the way we want it to look? Well, most of us feel shame, and then we blame ourselves, we blame other people. We tell ourselves that we are not enough. So I'll explain why it's absolutely perfect that it's called I don't trust myself and I don't trust my body. For me, this is a fantastic call for me to do for you. Now, And I'll be talking about that just a little bit later. I want to say, if you're new to Sacred Activations today, if this is your first time, Tamra is the founder of Sacred Activations, and it was a modality that was gifted to her in 2012 when she was traveling the UK and visited the Rosalind Chapel. Now, Sacred Activations is source energy. It comes from the source, and you can call it the universe, you can call it God, but it is source energy. It clears your subconscious programming. It's a bit like rebooting your computer or updating its operating system. So we all come to this planet with our own operating system. We're born with this operating system, and eventually it gets old. Eventually we need to upgrade it. And Sacred Activations is a very easy way to upgrade our own operating system, get rid of all the old programs that are no longer working for us, and bring in the new programs that will make us feel joy, feel happiness, have better health, have more money. So I'm a Sacred Activations practitioner and teacher. I've been doing this since 2017. Many of my clients have had huge healings just from Sacred Activations. Some of them have gone on to get a lot more money. Some of them have been healed from all sorts of problems. The latest was I worked with someone with arachnophobia, and she had arachnophobia for 61 years, severe fear of spiders. And it stopped her from getting the job she wanted, getting houses she wanted, from traveling. She was so frightened of spiders. She walked out of here without that fear. I was really surprised. I wasn't expecting it to happen that quickly. Okay, so about me, you've already heard from Tamra that I'm a naturopath and I'm a nutritionist and I'm a herbalist. What you haven't heard is that I also have cerebral palsy. So for those of you who don't know, cerebral palsy is a condition that we're born with. There is, for me, there's scarring on the brain, and the messages that are going from the brain to my muscles get muddled. So that means for me that both my arms are affected, both my legs are affected. I have trouble with my balance. I have trouble walking. At times I have trouble eating. But that all started to change with Sacred Activation. So I'm now 50, but I'm getting better and better every day. This is not a condition that should be getting better. This is a condition that gets worse over time, simply because aging, my body works different to yours, so it ages quicker. So for those of you who are wondering what, disability is in this lifetime, it's just a physical experience. It's just a different physical experience to what you have. For me, it just means I have to manage my body a little bit differently. So, and it's one of those conditions where I don't know what it's going to be like in the morning when I get up. So I could be really tired and I'm more prone to having falls. However, my legs still work. My arms still work. I can still go to the beach and walk along the beach by myself, which is amazing. These are the things I was never expected to do. So that's why I wanted to tell you about what my disability has taught me about manifesting, about choosing me. So when I was 16, where close to where I live, I had to attend a centre for assessment. So I had to have my disability assessed. So it was a 3-day assessment. They assessed me for speech therapy, for occupational therapy, for physical therapy. I even had my IQ tested. I can't remember all the tests now, but there was many over 3 days. At the end of the 3 days, my mum and I had to attend a meeting of 6 doctors. So there was a panel of 6 doctors who walked into this big room and sat across from them. They didn't speak to me. They only spoke to my mum. They told mum that I wasn't capable of finishing high school. They said I wasn't capable of living independently, that I would never live independently and I would have to live in a group home. They told mum that she needed to find me a sheltered workshop or supported workshop. In Australia, it's called sheltered workshop. So you go and work with supervision and doing menial tasks most of the time. They said I needed to be in a wheelchair. So as a 16-year-old, I saw all my hopes and dreams just disappear. I was absolutely devastated. And I couldn't believe I was stupid enough not to know that I was stupid. I felt stupid. I felt ugly. I didn't think anyone would want me. So those first 2 weeks after that meeting that, my mum dragged me out of, and luckily she said, yeah, I don't have to listen to those doctors. She believed I was capable of more. I still had a rough 2 weeks. That first 2 weeks, I refused to go to school. I thought, what's the point of going to school? The doctor said I shouldn't. So after 2 weeks, I was about to get fitted for a wheelchair and I refused. I said no. And that was the point where I turned around to the universe and said no. In that moment, I said, I'm doing something else. I'm going to be more. I want more. I want what I've been dreaming of. So I went back to school. I went back to high school. I finished high school. I got my degrees. I've worked in a corporate position, full-time in a corporate position. That was 10, 12 years ago now. And I'm working for myself. My husband and I were about to celebrate 20 years in January. So we're living on 5 acres in the bush in Tasmania, Australia. I'm 5 minutes away from the beach. I've got an old dog. She's very, very old, and lots of cats. I foster, so my arms and legs might not work the way yours do, but I can still get on the floor to play with those kittens. I can still go to the beach. I can still walk around my property and, just live a happy, normal life. And I still want more. So I'm actually currently writing a book about money, about the energy of money and how that is interconnected with our bodies, and how we can get more money by clearing out our belief systems about our bodies, like the belief systems like we have around shame about our bodies, the belief systems we have that parts of our bodies are not good enough. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is hormones. What happens when we talk badly about ourselves, or we talk badly about parts of our bodies we don't like? My legs don't work, but they don't work properly, but they still work. I still love them. They might not look like yours, but I still love them. But it took me a while to get to that. But if you're telling your body that you're not good enough, if your body's doing all the work that it can possibly do, you know, if the blood's flowing, your heart's beating, you're able to move, you're relatively pain-free, or luckily you're pain-free, your body's doing amazing things. And here you are saying, or here I was saying, I'm not good enough. I'm not good. So it creates a conflict within ourselves. Our body's beautiful. Our body thinks it's beautiful. Our body thinks it's working really well. And yet our programming or ourselves, our self-talk, we're telling ourselves that we're not good enough. So our body starts to go into stress. And if we particularly have things like shame, so if we feel shame, so, you know, it could be that we've eaten an extra donut when we've been trying to be on a diet and we feel like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. We'll feel a bit of shame. Well, shame is actually opposite to love. It's the opposite emotion to love. It's not fear. Most of us think fear is opposite to love, but it's actually shame. So love is one of these emotions that's expansive. You know, we want to envelop everybody with love. But when we feel shame, we want to disappear. We want to make ourselves smaller. So when our body feels like we want to go smaller, when our body feels shame, we go into stress. And that stress sets off our stress hormones. And our stress hormones affect all our other hormones. So we have hormones called dopamine and testosterone. We have actually an enormous amount of hormones. When I was studying anatomy a few years ago, I thought hormones were boring. You know, I thought they were background stuff and I wasn't particularly interested. And then I found out they actually run the whole show. You know, they help us get up in the morning. They help us go to sleep. They help us digest our food. They help us make decisions. They help us be motivated. So dopamine and testosterone are the hormones that make us motivated. Even as women, we have a little bit of testosterone, not as much as men, but still a little bit. And we need these to help us work towards our goals. So if they're getting smaller, when we get stressed, when our stress hormones like cortisol start increasing, our testosterone and dopamine reduce. And when our dopamine and testosterone reduce, we don't feel like getting off the couch. That's just the way it is. I mean, how many of us have actually been on a diet and have actually fallen off the wagon? And once we fall off the wagon, we go, oh, well, you know, and then it's harder to get back on. So, the other, okay, so we might actually start talking about some activations. I'm not going to run the activations just yet, but I do want to talk about the activations. So I'm going to talk about, we're going to do hormones in balance, but we're also going to do some family related activations, because we can also, if we get connected to our hidden family loyalties, so the patterns we have from our family that keep us small. So some of those patterns we know about, you know, for example, we don't want to earn more money because we might be earning more money than our mum did. I can't tell you what your family patterns are, but we each have these family patterns that we buy into that limit us from moving forward. And when we do that, it's also another way that we make ourselves small. It's also another way that it affects our hormones. So our hormones are completely interconnected with our family patterns, and not all of our family patterns are healthy. So we need to actually shift those family patterns so that we can be the best that we want to be. Yeah? So we're going to talk about some family-centered activations. So I'm going to run caste system family. I'm actually going to do some work around shame, because shame is one of the biggest things that we need to move in order to move forward. So we're going to do family shame, we're going to do money shame, body shame. You know, I can talk about body shame for hours. I can talk about what it felt like for me to have this amount of shame in my body, to feel shame, and how long it's taken for me to get where I am. But I still have gotten where I am. I still have been able to manifest myself beautiful homes. I also want to move some blame, because we can blame ourselves and we can blame other people, and that blame can stop us moving forward. So we're also going to run an activation called polar opposites. And polar opposites is one that you can have your own self-talk. You know what you're saying to yourself most frequently. And we'll go in there and clear that out and put in something better. I also want you to feel safe. Tamra's going to do some webinars coming up. One of them is going to be vagus nerve. When we calm down the vagus nerve, we will feel much safer. So our bodies need to feel safe for our hormones to be more in balance. So when our hormones are in balance, we're able to do more things. We're able to get more money. It's fantastic. Okay, so I'm also going to help you with some anger and resentment towards your body. We're going to do that in the second half.
𝐸 TV. Imagine becoming a super influencer. Reinvent yourself, invest in your brand, and then manifest your success with a robust spheric approach. 𝗸 Media and Broadcasting offers a unique and multifaceted way to become the spiritual and conscious influencer you deserve to be by putting your message across our powerful platform with its proven record of integrity and excellence. Through our produced shows, 𝗸 offers the opportunity to become a social media TV personality, a radio show host, an 𝗸 magazine columnist, and a syndicated podcaster, all in one shot. By live streaming your show on 𝗸 TV and broadcasting it across the extensive 𝗸 radio and TV networks, you become more than a host. You become an ambassador and a force for positive change. 𝗸. Open yourself to the possibilities. Do you want to go deeper into sacred activations, which is a subconscious meta-programming process? Tamra Oviatt is inviting you to visit her website at tamraoviatt.com to sign up and get lifetime access to free 7 activations that you can listen to anytime you want or as often as you need. If you like what Tamra does and like to incorporate sacred activations into your life, she also offers live webinars, masterclasses, and practitioners training to further support your healing, manifestations, and expansion. There are hundreds of activations on her website that address different aspects of your life: money, health, relationships, intuitive abilities, and more. Head over to her website at tamraoviatt.com and experience the magic of sacred activations. Thank you for listening.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize, and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Okay, so before I start the activations, I want to let you know that Tamra's got a manifesting masterclass coming up on the 26th of April. So join this class live if you want to accelerate your manifesting. You know, it's fantastic. She's just going to blow you away with all the things you're going to be able to do after this class. Now, when I see my clients, I always warn them that after having activations, you can have several reactions. You can feel tired. You can feel emotional for a few days, and it's all normal. You know, you can even be emotional up to a week or more. It's all normal. But if it gets too much, there is a meditation on Tamra's website. So you can go and visit that and download it. I think it's downloadable. Okay, let's get started. I want everyone to sit back, relax, take a deep breath. The first activation I'm running is caste system family. This will clear the judgments you have about being better than your family, or the family being better than you. Next activation is clear family shame. So clearing family shame out. Okay, I'm clearing out money shame. So any shame you have around money. I'm now running body shame. So think about those parts of your body that you don't like. Release that body shame so you can love yourself much better. Remember, your body's working beautifully just as it is. Running self-forgiveness. I'm now running polar opposites. So I want you to think about that thought you're always telling yourself, that negative thought. I'm going to pull that and I'm going to add in, I'm safe, I'm loved. I'm lovable. Running and get your keys back. This is about getting your power back. hormones in balance. This will help balance your hormones. So anything that's too low will come up. Anything that's too high will come down. And it will be perfect for you because everyone has their own perfect hormonal baseline. Running anger and resentment towards your body. Running, I am safe. Running, happy, happy, joy, joy. This activation will make you feel wonderful. Okay, I want you to imagine going deep into Mother Earth, really deep into Mother Earth, or you can imagine putting your feet in the sand, or you can imagine putting your feet in the soil. Imagine going deep, deep into Mother Earth. And when you're ready, come back. How are you all doing? That was amazing. There were so many big activations that we did. I wasn't expecting so much energy to come off all that shame. Yeah, the 3 activations for shame were really, really big. So was anger and resentment towards body. There was so much energy that came off that. So I hope you're all feeling really good. Now remember, you will probably feel really good today. You will probably feel very energetic today. And then tomorrow and the next few days, you might not feel so good. And it's completely normal. But if it's too much, please reach out to somebody. Go to the website and find that meditation to help you get through anything that's a bit tough. Is there anything anyone wants to share? Oh, look, sorry, I haven't been keeping up with all your messages. But I can see there's so many of them. Thank you so much. I hope you really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed being with you. So, Debs, how are we going for time?
We're just about there.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, so I'm really happy for you to come and work with me. I do one-to-ones and I also have webinars. So I've got an upcoming webinar on shame and you can find me at 𝗦𝗰𝗿𝗶𝗃𝗁𝗀𝗀𝗏𝑐𝑜m. But you want to work with Tamra, do her webinars. She's amazing. And we also have many other master practitioner teachers who are amazing too. Maria Teresa Garcia is on the call. She's amazing. And we have a lot of new master practitioners. So, and they should all be on the website soon. So I wish you love and health and happiness. And just remember, you can choose you the way I chose me. I chose me, and it's because I chose me, I have the life I have. So thank you very much. Thank you. Bye from Australia.